Boy, does it feel great to be alive on a Thursday night or a Friday Eve on YouTube as a diehard, passionate Pioneer League baseball fan or what? And boy, does it feel great to be alive on a Thursday night or a Friday Eve as a diehard, passionate baseball fan or what? So, you know what's a really good idea on a Friday Eve if you're a diehard, passionate baseball fan? What about an in-state rivalry or the Battle of Idaho? That's right, guys, on a Friday Eve at Hawks Memorial Stadium. It was game 3 of a 6-game series between the Idaho Falls Chuckers and the Boise Hawks, a.k.a. the Battle of Idaho. It was throwback night at Memorial Stadium tonight. The Boise Hawks wearing their throwback uniforms from the late 90s to the early 2000s. Maybe, just maybe, those throwback uniforms would be able to give Cash Bucham and the Boise Hawks their first win of the 2025 season, guys. It was not a sold-out crowd, and it was a little bit of a smaller crowd, the smallest crowd the Hawks have had this opening homestand. But heading into tonight, guys, the Chuckers stood at 2-0. The Hawks yet to get their first win at 0-2. And would the throwback unis give the Hawks their first win tonight? Well, the Hawks gave the ball to a longtime Boise Hawk of Evan Kowalski. Evan Kowalski entering his third season in the Treasure Valley with the Hawks, but it would be his first time with the Hawks as a starting pitcher. The previous 2 years in a row, Evan Kowalski has been a set-up to a closer for the Boise Hawks. So he was making his first ever start as a Boise Hawk tonight. Evan Kowalski, guys, would throw 67 pitches. He would go 6+ innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned with 1 walk, and he struck out 4. But what was really the story of the game tonight in Game 3 was the pitching from Idaho Falls, guys, for a second straight night by the Chuckers. For the second straight night, the Idaho Falls Chuckers starter would go into the 6th inning and have a phenomenal start. The Hawks started to do damage, and actually that's how they knocked the Idaho Falls Chuckers starter out of the game. The bottom of the 6th, guys, going into the bottom of the 6th, the Hawks have had no answer all night long, all game long against the Chuckers. They finally got to the Chuckers starter and they pushed him out of the game. The Hawks faithful, the Boise faithful were getting excited right then and there. Would that be just what the Hawks needed to pick up a win? Unfortunately, the bad news is it was not. The good news is, though, bottom of the 6th, the Hawks got on the scoreboard, because going to the bottom of the 6th, the Hawks were already down 3-0, and they would be able to cut it in half to make it a 3-1 game. But the top of the 7th inning, the Chuckers went boom again. They would score 2 runs in the bottom, in the top of the 7th, and they would put the pressure right back on the Boise Hawks. And then, guys, the very next inning, the top of the 8th inning, the leadoff hitter was Jacob Shanks. He goes yard to hit a solo home run that made it a 5-1 game over the Boise Hawks. Going to the top of the 9th, we do what we do well with the Chuckers, right? Boom! The Chuckers would hit a 2-run home run off John Pyle. Now, John Pyle came on the mound in the top of the 9th inning for the Hawks, but John Pyle started tonight's game at third base, and that made it an 8-1 game in front of the Boise faithful, guys. And John Pyle, guys, starting third baseman, when he was on the mound, the fastest pitch he threw was 62.4 miles an hour. The slowest pitch he threw was 47.9 miles an hour. But you know what, guys? There would be an ejection in tonight's game. The hitting coach, Spencer Tilboff, would get ejected by the third base umpire for breaking a clipboard. It was his first ejection of the 2025 season, the first time in 2025 a Boise Hawk coach or even Boise Hawk has been tossed from the ballgame. But would that be what the Hawks needed to pump them up a little bit against their in-state rival, the Idaho Falls Chuckers? And you know what, guys? The Chuckers came to play tonight. Your final score from Hawks Memorial Stadium: the Chuckers go 3-0 on the 2025 season. They win tonight's ballgame by 8-1. Again, your final score from Hawks Memorial Stadium: the Idaho Falls Chuckers win tonight's game by a final score of 8-1. The Chuckers go 3-0 on the 2025 season. The Hawks are 0-3 for the very first time since joining the Pioneer League. The Hawks are 0-3 on the season. Last time the Chuckers started a season 3-0 would be back in 2019 when they would end up winning the championship that year. The Hawks have not started 0-3 since 2017. So really not a good start for the Boise Hawks, guys, in 2025. The Idaho Falls Chuckers, with a win tomorrow, the Chuckers will win the series. But here's the bad news for the Hawks. The Hawks are not now just 0-3. The Hawks have to win the rest of the series, the next 3 games in a row, to split the series with the Chuckers. If the Chuckers win one more game this series, the Idaho Falls Chuckers would win the series. But after tonight's game, guys, again, the Idaho Falls Chuckers win 8-1 in front of the Boise Hawk faithful. Chuckers again are 3-0 to now start the 2025 season. The Hawks are 0-3. The Boise Hawks, guys, had 1 run on 5 hits. They made 4 errors, guys, and 2 of those errors the Hawks made tonight was on a pitcher. Not the same pitcher, but so it was definitely a really rough game, guys. I'm going to say it one more time. The Idaho Falls Chuckers win again on the road, guys. The Idaho Falls Chuckers are now 3-0 to kick off the season. The Hawks are 0-3. Well, Hawk fans, the good news about tomorrow night is it is Friday. Woo, woo! But it is also the first fireworks show of the Hawks season at Hawks Memorial Stadium. 15 minutes after tomorrow night's game, the Boise Hawks will have a fireworks show at Hawks Memorial Stadium. So if you guys want to get tickets for that game, make sure you get them really fast. Again, the first fireworks show of the 2025 season for the Hawks is tomorrow night after the game. The fireworks show will begin 15 minutes after tomorrow night's game. Well, guys, on this post-game show, I really wish I could tell you that the Boise Hawks would pick up a win tonight, but they lose again, 8-1, the final score. The Hawks have now, the 2 nights ago on home opener, the Hawks lost 9-3. Last night, they got shut out 2-0, and tonight was just not anything better. 8-1, your final score. The Idaho Falls Chuckers are not just 3-0 to kick off the 2025 season. They are now 3-0 against the Boise Hawks, and they are on a really good pace to actually take home that traffic cone trophy from the Hawks. Again, that traffic cone trophy between the Hawks and the Chuckers will go to the team that has the best head-to-head record. And right now, the Chuckers lead that highway series up 3-0 over the Boise Hawks. Well, guys, before I end this post-game show, I did want to wish all you guys a happy Friday Eve. For some of you, it is morning, so happy happy Magical Friday. I hope you guys are ready for the weekend. Woo, woo. But, yeah, guys, happy Friday Eve. Happy Friday, guys. Again, final score from Hawks Memorial Stadium. The Idaho Falls Truckers walk out on a Friday Eve W by a final score of 8-1. All right, guys, I'm going to end the episode right there, guys, but for the very first time in the Boise Hawks history in the Pioneer League, they start the season 0-3. The Hawks have never, ever started a season 0-3 since joining the Pioneer League back in 2021, guys. In a matter of fact, the last time the Boise Hawks started a season 0-3 was all the way back in 2017 when they were the low A affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. So, a little fun fact there, guys. The Idaho Falls Truckers have not started a season 3-0 since 2019. And in that year, the Idaho Falls Truckers would end up winning the Pioneer League Championship. All right, guys, that is all I have for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. If you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe down below. If I could be honest with you, all y'all for a minute, I don't know what the Hawks are going to be able to do, guys. 0-3, the worst start in the Boise Hawks franchise history in the Pioneer League. The backs are against the wall. It is a must-win on a Friday night tomorrow from Hawks Memorial Stadium. If the Hawks cannot win the next 3 games in a row, the Idaho Falls Truckers would win this series. So that's just a little fun fact for you guys. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys right back here tomorrow in the next episode.